Have you ever noticed how your body used to just work? You'd wake up with energy, confidence, and, let's be honest, a healthy morning signal that your system was firing on all cylinders. But lately, that signal's been missing. You tell yourself it's just stress or that you're getting older. Maybe it's work, maybe it's sleep. But deep down, you feel it, that quiet loss of power, the kind that doesn't just show up in the bedroom, but in every part of your life. Here's the shocking part: it's not just hormones or diet or aging, it's tension, deep, hidden tension stored in your hips and pelvic floor. When these muscles tighten, they restrict blood flow to one of the most vital areas of a man's body. And when that happens, your circulation, your drive, even your confidence start to fade. But what if I told you there's a simple 3-minute stretch that can reverse it? No pills, no devices, no embarrassment. Just a daily movement developed from clinical urology and sports medicine that releases the tension that's been silently sabotaging your erections for years. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly what that stretch is and how doing it tonight could jumpstart your natural blood flow again. You see, most men don't realize how slowly this decline creeps in. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a silent shift. One day you notice your energy isn't what it used to be. You're dragging yourself out of bed, needing that extra cup of coffee just to feel awake. Your workouts feel heavier, your recovery takes longer, and when it comes to intimacy, things don't respond the way they used to. You start to overthink: is something wrong with me? That thought alone chips away at your confidence, your mood, even your relationships. But here's the frustrating part: you've probably tried the usual fixes: more protein, more gym time, more supplements, yet the results stay flat. Because the real issue isn't in your diet or your motivation, it's in your circulation. The very blood flow that gives you strength, stamina, and performance is being restricted by your own body's tension. And the longer that tension stays locked in, the harder it becomes to feel like yourself again. But the good news: once you release it, everything changes. I'm Dr. Rachel Rubin, a board certified urologist, researcher, and men's health specialist. For over a decade, I've helped thousands of men restore their energy, performance, and confidence naturally. In my clinic, I don't just look at symptoms, I look at why the body is underperforming and how simple science backed changes can reignite a man's vitality from the inside out. You see, your body isn't broken, it's just blocked. And when we clear those blockages in your circulation, your posture, and even your daily habits, everything begins to work again. So today, I'm not here to sell you a supplement or promise instant results. I'm here to show you a clinical method, proven and practical, that you can start using tonight to support stronger, healthier function where it matters most. Now, here's where things get interesting, because when most men think about improving their performance or circulation, they imagine something complicated: a workout routine, a prescription, or a long list of supplements. But what if the key to reigniting your natural function, your confidence, your energy, your erections, could start with something as simple as a 3-minute stretch? Inside your hips lies a powerful network of muscles: the hip flexors, pelvic floor, and glutes. These muscles control blood flow, stability, and even hormonal balance. Yet modern life, hours of sitting, poor posture, constant tension, keeps them locked up tight. And when that happens, your body starts sending subtle signals: stiffness, fatigue, reduced sensitivity, slower response. All signs that circulation to your most vital region is being restricted. But here's the exciting part: once you release that tension even slightly, your body responds almost instantly. Blood starts flowing, sensation improves, confidence returns. It doesn't take hours in the gym, it doesn't require medical equipment. It starts with a few controlled movements, simple enough to do before bed, right in your living room. And in the next few minutes, I'll walk you through how this exact stretch works and why it could be the most powerful 3 minutes you invest in your health this week. So, what's really happening inside your body when you do this stretch? Let's start with something most men never think about: your pelvic floor. This is a hammock of muscles that sits at the base of your pelvis. It supports your bladder, bowels, and, yes, plays a critical role in erections. When you get an erection, blood rushes into the penis through arteries that run deep between your pelvic muscles. That blood fills chambers called corpora cavernosa, creating firmness. For that to happen properly, two things must occur. Your arteries must deliver blood efficiently. Your veins must stay compressed enough to trap it there. But here's the problem: when your hip flexors and pelvic floor muscles become chronically tight, they squeeze and restrict the very vessels responsible for this blood flow. Think about how you sit during the day. Long hours at a desk, slouched in a car, hunched over a phone. That posture shortens your hip flexors and weakens your glutes. Over time, your body adapts to that position, and those deep pelvic muscles stay locked in a state of constant tension. Now imagine trying to pump water through a kinked hose. The pressure builds up, but the flow is weak. That's exactly what happens with your blood circulation when your pelvic tension stays tight. And here's the part most men never hear: poor circulation in that region doesn't just affect your erections, it affects your hormones. Testosterone, nitric oxide, and even dopamine, all the key messengers that drive energy, desire, and motivation, depend on healthy blood flow and nerve communication. When circulation is compromised, your testicular and adrenal functions can subtly decline. You might still produce testosterone, but your body struggles to use it efficiently. Research from clinical urology and physical therapy studies shows that pelvic floor dysfunction is one of the most overlooked causes of erectile difficulties. In fact, several studies found that men who strengthened and released their pelvic muscles saw significant improvement, sometimes within just a few weeks, even without medication. So, why does this 3-minute stretch work so well? It's all about restoring what I call your circulatory reflex. When you stretch the hip flexors and relax the pelvic floor, you're sending a neurological signal that tells your body it's safe to release. That single signal increases parasympathetic nervous system activity. That's your rest and recover mode, which boosts nitric oxide production, the key molecule that triggers erection and vascular relaxation. Nitric oxide is like your body's natural switch for blood flow. It tells your arteries to open, your smooth muscles to relax, and your blood to move freely. When you're under chronic tension, physical or emotional, nitric oxide production drops. Your vessels constrict, your heart rate rises. You're in fight or flight mode, not flow mode. But when you do this stretch correctly, your nervous system shifts gears. It calms inflammation, lowers cortisol, and opens the arteries feeding your pelvic region. You're not forcing blood to move, you're allowing it to move naturally again. Here's another fascinating piece: your posture directly influences hormonal balance. Studies show that standing tall, opening your chest, and releasing your hips can increase feelings of confidence and even elevate short term testosterone levels. Why? Because your body reads your posture as feedback, a physical signal of strength and readiness. So, when you unlock your hips, you're not just improving blood flow, you're literally changing how your brain and endocrine system communicate. And here's where it all ties together: healthy erections are not just about testosterone, they're about the network that supports it. That network includes your cardiovascular system, how well your heart pumps blood, your nervous system, how signals travel from your brain to your body, your musculoskeletal system, how flexible and strong your support structures are. When you move your hips through this 3-minute stretch, you're activating all three. You're increasing oxygenation to your tissues, improving nerve responsiveness, and retraining your body to restore its natural blood pressure rhythm. That's why some men notice changes almost immediately: a sense of warmth, relaxation, even a gentle pulse in the pelvic area afterward. It's not magic, it's physiology. Now, breathing plays a major role here. When you pair deep diaphragmatic breathing with hip extension, you're massaging the pelvic floor from the inside. Each exhale relaxes the muscles around your arteries and veins, allowing better flow. Each inhale draws oxygen and nutrients deeper into your tissues. This is why I always tell my patients the stretch isn't just about movement, it's about connection. If you do it mindlessly, it's just another exercise. But if you do it with focus, aligning breath, posture, and relaxation, you're retraining your body's natural reflexes that support blood flow and performance. Let's go one layer deeper. When circulation improves, it enhances endothelial function. That's the ability of your blood vessel walls to expand and contract efficiently. Healthy endothelial cells release nitric oxide, regulate pressure, and keep inflammation down. But if those cells are damaged from stress, poor diet, or inactivity, they stiffen up, making it harder for your arteries to respond. This stretch, along with mindful breathing, actually stimulates endothelial repair. It sends gentle mechanical signals through the vessels, improving their elasticity over time. In plain language, you're teaching your arteries how to wake up again. And the effects go beyond the bedroom. Improved pelvic circulation often leads to better urinary control, reduced lower back pain, stronger posture, and more stable hormone levels throughout the day. Men who do this consistently report deeper sleep, sharper focus, and even increased motivation. Why? Because better blood flow means better oxygen delivery, and every cell in your body benefits from that. It's easy to underestimate how much your hips control. They're the crossroads of your body where your upper and lower halves meet. When they're flexible and balanced, energy moves freely. When they're tight, everything feels sluggish. So remember, this isn't about becoming a yoga expert or mastering complicated poses. It's about restoring natural movement, the kind your body was designed for. By releasing those deep muscles, you're not only improving function where it counts, you're reclaiming the foundation of vitality, strength, and confidence that every man deserves. And in just a moment, I'll show you exactly how to do this stretch step by step, safely, effectively, and in less than 3 minutes a day. Because once you understand how your body really works, you'll never look at performance the same way again. All right, now let's get practical. Here's how you can perform this 3 minute stretch safely and effectively. No gym, no equipment, just your body. Start by lying on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, let your knees fall open, creating a diamond shape with your legs. This is called the butterfly position. Now, gently press your lower back into the floor and relax your hips. Feel that subtle stretch deep in your pelvis? That's your pelvic floor releasing. Hold this for 30 seconds, breathing slowly and deeply. Next, bring one knee up toward your chest while keeping the other leg extended flat on the ground. You should feel a gentle pull in your lower abdomen and hip flexor. This is releasing the pressure around your arteries. Hold for 30 seconds per side. Finally, roll onto your stomach, place your hands under your shoulders, and lift your chest into a low cobra pose. Keep your pelvis grounded, feel the front of your hips stretch, hold for 1 full minute while breathing deeply. Avoid forcing the movement. This isn't about intensity, it's about release. And never combine this routine immediately after a heavy meal or alcohol. Both restrict circulation. Do this once before bed each night, and within a week, you'll start to feel the difference, not just in performance, but in energy, confidence, and focus. So here's your challenge: try this 3 minute stretch every night for the next 7 days. Pay attention to how your body feels, not just in the bedroom, but in your energy, focus, and confidence throughout the day. Then come back and share your results in the comments. I read every one of them. And if you want to go deeper, watch my next video: the morning routine that naturally raises testosterone. It pairs perfectly with this stretch for even better results. Stay strong, stay informed, and take control of your health.